Now I want to show you a letter. It's from United Airlines to me when I was in Ensign on USS Piedmont, and it's from the Office of the President dated June 12, 1978, to Mr. Matt Flournoy, 636 Redgate Avenue, Apartment 7, Norfolk, Virginia, 32350. So I lived there with two other naval officers, Bill Post and Tom Freshwater. They were both officers in the Navy. They were supply officers. And it says, "Dear Mr. Flournoy, one of our flight attendants has advised us of the assistance you provided with an ill passenger during your May 27th trip from Norfolk to Atlanta. We greatly appreciate the concern you displayed toward this passenger and would like to extend our sincere thanks for your kind actions." Envelope, you can see it's addressed to me, Redgate, and it's postmarked June 12, 1978. Now I'm going to read the letter from Mrs. Jones. Her name was Marie Jones, Mrs. Marie Jones, on Western Branch Boulevard, apartment, can't read the apartment, Portsmouth, Virginia, to Ensign Matt Flournoy, USS Piedmont AD 17, Fleet Post Office. That's what FPO means. I'll read this first. Greetings across the miles. Dear Matt, friendship is flowers, music and song. Friendship is happiness all day long. Friendship is love for someone most dear. Friendship spans distance and brings you near. Love, Mrs. Jones. Now the letter. 2 pages. Portsmouth, Virginia, September 13th, 1978. Dear Matt, thank you for sending me a postcard. I was delighted to hear from you. I certainly do remember who you are. I will never forget the airplane trip to Atlanta, and I want to thank you again for helping me. When you arrive in the USA, call me. Thanks. I'm getting along pretty good, though I still have chest pains occasionally. I had to go back to my doctor, misspelling occasionally. Had to go back to my doctor Tuesday, the 13th of September. How are your relatives getting along? Fine, I hope. Now I would like to share with you the details as I remember them now. I do want to recall it now. I'm 61 years of age, and the older I get, I will lose memory of the backstory of these letters. But these letters do bring back, in the law we say it refreshes my memory about what happened. And this happened 38 years ago. I believe I was on a plane, a commercial plane, United Airlines, flying out of Norfolk, Virginia, going to Atlanta. I don't remember the purpose of my trip, but I was in civilian clothes and I was at the airport sitting, waiting for the flight to board the flight. And a woman, she probably was in her 60s, 65, about my age now, but she came up to me and asked if she could sit next to me. And I said, well, certainly. She sat down and we started talking. We talked about our families. And she told me that this is the first time that she'd ever flown on an airplane. I remember that detail because, and she was a little bit nervous and apprehensive. And that she was going to Atlanta to visit her son and his family, and that and she asked if she could sit with me. Apparently we didn't have assigned seating, or if we did, we asked if we could sit together, but we sat together on the plane. And in the flight, during the flight, grabbed my arm and told me that she has chest pains and that she needed help and that she had angina pills. So I got the pills, I recalled, and she oxygen. So I got up and got the stewardess, airline stewardess, and told her that we had an emergency. Mrs. Jones had a medical emergency, and that we needed to. She needed oxygen, and I was really impressed with the way that how quickly the airline stewardess went into action, brought the oxygen, put it on her, and I was sitting right next to her the entire time, and I remember looking at the other passengers, how they were all very curious. They were standing up or sitting up or craning their necks, trying to look to see what was happening. They had radioed ahead and had a wheelchair there, so we go through. When we land, I'm still next to her. She's still holding my hand. Get off the plane, and as I remember, one of the airline stewardesses asking me and if I were a doctor, and I was very honored that she thought I was a doctor. I said, no, I was a naval officer. I have children. I have no one to pass this to, and the letters alone don't go into detail. So now you know the rest of the story. And, in life, I'm 61 years of age now. You have many stories to tell, episodes, chapters in your life. This is one chapter.